Hello everyone, my name is NURULAIN RASYHIDAH RUKIMIN and I'm from Faculty of Business, Economics and Accountancy, University Malaysia Sabah. So today I will be presenting Understanding Youth Engagement in Traditional Martial Art, a study of Silat. As for the introduction, I will explain the definition of Silat. For the mechanics, Silat is a combat system which is characterized by quick movements in attacking and defending. For the origin, it is deeply entrenched in the tradition and culture of Malaysian civilization. And for the expanse, Silat is practiced by inhabitants of the southern part of the Asian continent, spanning from Easter Island to Madagascar. Next is the duality of a Silat practice. As you know, Silat can be divided into two types, which is the first one is tempur seni and the second one is silat olahraga. Tempur seni is the arts of combat. This is where the key techniques is the traditional weapons such as keris, badik, which is stabbing style such as tikam menikam. It can be also in masjid style, which is parang, and also be cutting, which is tetak. The ultimate goal is for the preserving the authenticity of the martial art. The second one is silat olahraga, or we call it a sparring matches. Sparring matches is a key technique for the selected technical combination of punching and kicking. It can be also the shifting displacement, and the goal is for demonstrating defensive or offensive tactical traits and extreme athleticism. For nowadays, silat olahraga is the famous one among the youth engagement. For the next slide is about the foundational benefits of traditional practice, which is the benefit of silat. The first one is the physical fitness, which is silat can be enhancing cardiovascular health, swiftness, and tactical load performance. The second one is emotional regulation. Emotional regulation is which developing self-control, mediation, and physiological resilience. Sorry, my bad. And the third one is self-discipline, which is you can be mastering form, techniques, and internal motivation. Next is social development, which is building community ties through peer and family support. Lastly is a cultural identity. Cultural identity, which is fostering identity formation and ensuring the cultural continuity for silat. The next slide, as you can see, which is the empirical gap in cultural continuity. The global trend shows that youth or adolescent in martial art participation shows a massive uptick. This is where over 30,000 new participants recorded between 2018, 2019, and 2021-2022. It is from NFHS data. For the local deficit, despite proven intrinsic and extrinsic benefit, empirical research focusing specifically on youth engagement in silat within Malaysia remained highly limited. Next is the methodological blueprint. So for my paper, my target audience is from the youth age 15 to 30, and the theoretical that I use is goal-directed behavior theory, which is called GDBT. For the major construct I have from GDBT is attitude, subjective norms, perceived behavior control, desire, and participation intention. As for my approach of my paper, my research is a quantitative research design and structure a questionnaire, which is using a structural equation modeling, which is SEM. For my research framework, I have chosen two from the GDBT independent variable, which is the martial art perception and also the social influence, which is using the mediator, which is the desire, and for the DV is the participation intention, as from the diagram that I show you in the slide. Okay, now I will explain one by one for the martial art perception and the social influence. And the first one, I will explain about the perception of martial arts. For the cultural expression, Silat is the perceived and not merely as a combat, but as an intertwined with music and dance. This is explained by the Betzold and Mason in 2016. From the goal orientation, a positive perception of Silat as the beneficial for discipline and cultural identity directly shapes how youth develop their skill and aspiration, and this is explained by the Sinarski et al. On 2018. And for the philosophical depth, Silat is the where practitioner engage with deep spiritual values and self-defense principle based on the science of the war. Next one is the social influence. Social influence, there were three types that I will explain, which is the inner ring, the middle ring, and also the outer ring. For the inner ring, a normative influence, which is family and the elders. Family and elders is the foundational pressure to confirm of the expectation and preserve the cultural heritage for the social acceptance. Next one is the middle ring. Middle ring is the informational influence. Informational influence could be a peers and the community leaders. This is where they can be accepting information from the immediate social circle as evidence of reality regarding the value of the practice. The third one is the outer ring, which is the digital expansion, such as social media and the digital communication. This modern frontier where can be pursued the knowledge and digital marketing can be shaped the newest generation attitudes. The next I will explain the mediating force of the desire, which is the catalyze and the outcome. For the catalyze, both of the martial art perception and social influence were required to become the action. The study result will prove the desire function as the critical mediating factor. For the outcome, the participation intention, it is a motivational state or deliberate plan to engage, and also the intention is the ultimate precursor to the actual behavior. It is also coupled with the past behavior and habit formation and creates a long-term consistent involvement. This has been explained by the Lely et al. At 2010 and Adjacent in 1991. Lastly, as for the conclusion, Silat is not only an artifact to be achieved, but it is a psychological, cultural, and physical discipline which is ready to be sustained. By understanding the profound mechanics of youth desire, perception, and social influence, we can ensure that the signs of the ancient thrive in the era of the modern. Thank you, and that's all from me. Bye bye.